Guys, we're back here on EDO Pro. Today I'm coming at you guys with a one-card combo deck that I believe is going to change the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played moving forward when it comes out in January. It's absolutely broken. Alright guys, and I'm going to demonstrate you guys this deck in action right now and how problematic this one-card combo will become in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, especially the fact that we don't have Maxi in the metagame. Konami, please, Maxi, where are you at? Come back. So today we're facing, of course, Dragon Hunter. I'm gonna just tell Dragon Hunter, Dragon, please don't scoop. Paper Gang, paper. Always Paper Gang, guys. Paper Gang, we never fold at the end of the day. Okay, guys, before I send this guy to the Shadow Realm, guys, it's Black Friday week, so that means on tx1.com, the entire website is now on sale. Make sure you guys get the awesome Team Samurai mystery box today in the link down below at tx1.com. Literally, my entire website is on sale for Black Friday. Literally the entire week I'm coming in hot. Guys, visit tx1.com today and get your mystery box today. The first ever mystery box I've ever made. Alright guys, that's enough. Without further ado, let's send this guy to the Shadow Realm. Alright guys, without further ado, let's begin. We're gonna go first with this deck right here. And of course, I'll be showcasing you guys this deck in action right here. We're going off with Brave tokens. This deck is absolutely insane. This is a one-card combo engine that's going to be super duper problematic in the metagame, and I need to showcase you guys the deck in action and how powerful Brave is with decks like Phantom Knights and also with decks like Prank Kids. So the one card combo that we did draw is, of course, Red of Armnesia. This card is absolutely insane. If you control no Brave token, special and Brave token, then if you do not control Journey of Destiny, you can place one Journey of Destiny from your deck face up in your spawn trap card zone. You cannot activate the effect of monsters on the field the turn you activate this effect, except for special summon monsters. So it basically locks you from normal summoning. You can still normal summon, but let's say you're playing Tour Guide. If you activate Right of Armnesia, you obviously cannot summon Tour Guide and activate Tour Guide's effect, right? It only locks you from the normal summon monster effects, but any monster that is special summon, it is fair game, okay? So we're gonna activate, of course, Right of Armnesia. You're going to special one Brave token right here, okay? And now since you do not control a Journey of Destiny, you basically get to place a Journey of Destiny to your side of the field. Now what you're going to do is very simple. You're going to activate your Journey of Destiny's effect, but unfortunately we already drew it, so we have access to a free negate that we can just freely special summon to our side of the field. If we did not draw the Griffin Rider, we can activate, of course, this card's effect to search the Griffin Rider anyways, and then discard a card. And discarding cards like Phantom Knights is absolutely broken, obviously. But, you know, since we already drew the negate, we get to actually special summon the negate because we control no monsters, or if you control Brave token, you can special summon this card from your hand. So now we get a special summon, of course, Griffin Rider from our hand to ensure that any monsters or any combos that we're trying to accomplish, we have a negate that's on our side of the field. Now this card has ability where it reads that if a monster is normal summon or special summon, you can take one equipped spell or trap card that specifically lists Brave token in its text directly from your deck and either add it to your hand or equip it to a Brave token you control. We get to add the equip directly from our deck to our hand, okay? Right of Armnesia gets you access to a token, gets you access to Journey of Destiny, and also gets you access to the Wandering Griffin Rider. So that way that whatever deck that you're trying to accomplish, you can always ensure that your monster effects or anything will be protected because you get access to Griffin Rider. This card is a really awesome card while going second because it actually helps break boards, kind of similar to how Vishuda and Monk helps you get access to a way to actually bounce a card to your opponent's hand. Same thing with Dracoback, the Dragon Steed. You get access to this card, equip it to a Brave token, bounce back a card to your opponent's hand. This deck has been running around the OCG since the beginning of time. All right, and what I mean since the beginning of time, 2021. This deck is absolutely broken in the OCG, and since we have no Maxi, it's gonna become even more broken here in the TCG. And as always, guys, make sure you guys check out the deck profile and more combos with this deck in the description box below. Now we're gonna do super duper simple. We're just gonna play our hand. So now we gotta activate this card's ability. So we get a special summon, of course, the Aquamancer right here. And now what we can do is that we can normal summon the Ancient Cloak, which is why this deck is insane, because we don't really rely on any cards that we normal summon. We're not playing Tour Guide, we're not playing any of those cards. We're playing cards that we can trigger off in the graveyard and which can special summon themselves, which is really amazing, right? Because Right of Armnesia doesn't lock us from special summoning effects, it only locks us from normal summoning effects. So now using these two cards right here, we get access to our Shirabini. And I'm going to show you guys the nasty end board that this deck can produce and the ways that you can actually play around a lot of different cards in today's metagame. Cards like Impermanence, cards like Forbidden Droplet, cards like Forbidden Chalice, and he's just gonna Nibiru me, which is why this deck is so good, because this deck is Nibiru proof. Obviously, we're running straight into Nibiru right here. He's fully activating the Nibiru. They just immediately shuffled it back into the deck. which is really, really good. But guess what? Since we hard draw it, it's not that bad because we can always search it with Journey of Destiny to just discard a free card, which is insane, right? So now what we're going to do is that we can activate our Shirabini's effect. Cherubini is going to send Torn Scales to the graveyard. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to activate our Ancient Cloak that's in our graveyard. Okay, very, very simple. We're going to search the Silent Boots that's directly from our deck to our hand. And now we get to activate, of course, our Torn Scales effect to special summon itself to your side of the field, which is really, really good. We can actually send Draco back, the Dragon Steed, directly to our graveyard. And what's so good about this is that if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Brave token you control and equip this card. So literally it's a free ditch off Torn Scale because we can just discard this card right here. We get to send Fogblade to the graveyard, and now we get to activate our Dragon Steed's effect to literally equip it to the Brave token that's on our side of the field. And now what's really insane is that now we can actually activate this to banish it. We can search Red Armnesia directly from our deck to our hand. We can search this card directly from our deck to our hand. So now we're going to make, of course, Levianeer. Okay, we're going to make Levianeer right here, which is really, really awesome. And now we're going to activate Levianeer's effect. We're going to detach the Silent Boots to special summon, of course, the Ancient Cloak that's banished. Now we're going to do next is super duper simple. We're going to activate, of course, our Fogblade, special summon, of course, the Silent Boots that's in our graveyard right here, which is really good. And now using Ancient Cloak and also the Cherubini, we can make, of course, the Rusty Bardiche right here, which is really awesome. Make Rusty. So now this is just standard Phantom Knight combos. I'm going to showcase you guys the versatility that the Brave has with Phantom Knights right here and now, right? So now we get to activate, of course, our Rusty Bardiche. We get to send Gloves to the graveyard. And now we also get to set the Shade Burgundy. Well, now what's really awesome next is that we can activate our Gloves effect. We get to send the Wings to the graveyard, which is really good. Now we get to activate Wings effect, especially back the Ancient Cloak that's in our grave, which is really good. And now it's very simple. Since now we have no more trap cards in the graveyard, we get to activate, of course, our Shade Burgundy, special summon Shade. Now using Levianeer and, of course, the Shade Burgundy, we're gonna make, of course, Artifact Dagda. Okay, Artifact Dagda, sorry. Dagda is one of the most problematic cards in the OCG right now because it's one of the cards that actually locks your opponent from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm about to showcase you guys why this one card combo alongside Phantom Knights is really problematic, especially in a format where Max C does not exist. So now using these two cards right here, okay, very, very awesome. We are going to overlay for the Break Sword, okay, using these two cards right here. Break Sword is very, very important, okay? We're going to overlay for the Break Sword. Okay, so now we're going to activate our Rusty's effect. Since we summon Break Sword in Rusty's zone, we get to activate its effect to target the Break Sword to try to destroy it. And now we also get to trigger off our Dagda. Since we activated an effect, we get to activate this card's effect to set the Artifact Scythe to our side of the field, which is really, really good. So now we're setting a locking mechanic where your opponent cannot play Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatsoever. So now since Break Sword is destroyed, you get to activate Break Sword's effect, special summon 2 Phantom Knights, doesn't matter what Phantom Knights wants you special summon, okay? Special summon, of course, the 2 Phantom Knights right here, which is really, really good. And now what you can do is super simple. We can actually activate our Silent Boots to banish itself to search Fogblade directly from our deck to our hand. So you get to add Fogblade, which is really nice. And now using these 2 level 4 monsters, we can actually make the Verte! And now we get to make, of course, Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcer. In my opinion, better than Dragoons, 100,000%. Okay, and we're gonna do something that's really unorthodox right here, and you guys will see how. Okay, we're actually gonna activate our Phoenix Enforcer. Okay, to pop Phoenix Enforcer and also the Verde Anaconda. And the reason why you do this is because you want to activate Phoenix Enforcer's effect because it comes back to every standby phase, right? It comes back and it also clears the Anaconda zone for when you want to bring back Rusty Bardiche to pop your own Scythe. You want to have an alternative way to bring back the Break Sword in Rusty's zone to pop the Scythe if Phoenix Enforcer gets negated by cards like Droplet and also Chalice. So we're playing around those problematic cards in today's metagame 100,000%. That's what good Yu-Gi-Oh! Players do. You need to have ways that you can play around certain cards just in case. If that's the only way for you to win, you need to find many ways to resolve that effect as much as you possibly can. So now what we can do is that we can actually use our Journey of Destiny, which is why this card is really problematic and really insane when it comes to utilizing the Brave tokens. Get to add the Griffin Rider directly from an extra hand, and we also get to discard a card. And the card that we're going to discard the graveyard is the Fogblade, because we don't really need Fogblade right now. We want to ensure that we have interruptions, and also at the same time ensures ways for us to pop the Scythe on our opponent's turn, right? Follow up next turn, we have this card right here where it says that during the main phase, if you control no monsters or you control a Brave token, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. So if I have this card in my hand, it is essentially a hand trap, which literally I can summon on my opponent's turn. So now, during the draw phase, we're going to do something a little bit different. During the draw phase, we are going to activate our Fogblade that we pitched to summon, of course, the Break Sword. And the reason why we do this is because we want to trigger off Scythe now. So that way that we can play around Droplet, which is insane, right? So look, I'll showcase you guys. So we're going to summon, of course, the Rusty. We're going to activate Bardiche's effect. to pop the Scythe. This is in draw phase, by the way, so we need to bait out everything as much as we possibly can. All right, guys? So now we get to activate Scythe effects, okay? And this is why this combo is important, okay? So now Scythe is going to come out. And now our opponent's locked into Scythe. And the reason why we do this is because we want to make sure... Okay, so Droplet. You see? Exactly what I'm talking about. Usually with this thing right here, they're going to Droplet the Scythe. Yep, they negate the Scythe. And then you pretty much have no other plays then of course right here the Griffin Rider that can negate, right? Because the whole premise of this deck is trying to control the board with the Griffin Rider to just get you an additional 1 card negates, and also at the same time to ensure that your Scythe always goes through. And this, what if I told you right now that Scythe will still resolve because we have Phoenix Enforcer that's coming out, okay? Which is insane. So now we're in standby phase though, okay? He can't Droplet again. He cannot Droplet again because now we're gonna do this. We're going to go Destroyer. Pop Scythe. Pop Dagda. You guys know what Dagda does? When Dagda dies, Dagda gets to activate its effect, especially when, of course, an artifact monster from the grave. Especially when Scythe again. Scythe is not a hard once per turn. Now look. He's locked. He's locked. Our opponent is locked. We literally Scythe them twice through a Droplet. And look at this. Dude, are you effing kidding me? This Sword Soul player thought that he can play through that Scythe. But guess what? With Destroy Phoenix Enforcer being out in the meta, 100,000%, nothing is going through. And look, he summons, of course, the Taie, no problem. Also, summon the Griffin Rider, no problem. No problem. Griffin Rider, baby, please come out. There you go. No, not even a single problem. No, I have an additional negate now. I have a Scythe and an additional negate, which is ridiculous. So he's gonna crash over the Scythe. That's completely fine. And the thing about Phantom Knights is that, number one, the graveyard is loaded for the next turn. The graveyard is completely loaded for the next turn. All right, guys, and this 1-card combo is problematic because it makes combo decks a lot stronger. The fact that you can, you know, the fact that Call by the Grave exists, the fact that Cross Designator exists, the fact that 1-card combos, which protects combo decks, exists in a format where Max C is non-existent, makes combo decks a lot scarier. Prank Kids, Phantom Knights. This is going to be one of the best decks of the entire format because of this 1-card combo. Phantom Knights are really good right now, but with the Brave token package, forget about it. This deck is the best deck, hands down. So I don't know what card that is, but it doesn't matter what it is. Okay, we're still just going to win the duel. So we drew into another Rite of Amnesia. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point what happens because this is already game. Look at our graveyard. We don't need to bad manner our opponent even more. Look, we have Torn Scales, Ancient Cloak, literally everything in our graveyard. Our graveyard is completely set. We have a Rusty Bardiche effect. Now I'm just gonna put this in attack mode. I'm just gonna activate the Dragosteed. This card's a bounce. I'm gonna bounce back this card to our opponent's hand. He's gonna bounce it back. Okay, so we're gonna go. He's gonna go back Blackout. That's fine. Blackout, it's completely fine because we have Griffin Rider. We can just negate it. Like there's nothing that we can't do at this point. And you know what's crazy? Because look at this. You know what's so crazy? I'm gonna showcase you guys something so funny with Journey of Destiny. Oh, we're gonna add this card to our hand, and we're gonna discard we're gonna discard that. Oh, I should have discarded the Ash. Look at this. Activate. Summon. Literally nothing has changed. Literally nothing has changed at this point. And just to look, I'm gonna show you guys something. I don't think you can win with this. We can just set this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Celestial is broken. Banish Dasher, draw 2 cards. Oh, we drew Cross out and also the Impermanence. We're actually so nice. We're actually just so nice. We can just enter battle phase right here. We don't need to do anything further and just attack for game at this point. Yeah, this deck is absolutely insane. The versatility that this deck has, the 1-card combo that this deck has is problematic, guys. And you guys got to be watching out for decks like this coming out in the next couple months. It's coming around the corner very, very soon. Literally, December is around the corner, then it's January. You have Brothers of Legends coming out, and then you have this deck coming out in January. I think it's January, right? This deck is just absolutely insane. So, yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about this deck in the comments section below. Hopefully, the ban list does something to make sure that Brave and and everything gets checked, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I love this deck. I think this deck is absolutely ridiculous. I love Phoenix Enforcer. I love the Brave stuff. I just want to let you guys know that decks like this will exist, and 1-card combos like this will still continue to come out. Although that obviously isn't like a 1-card FTK. Obviously, it's a 1-card. It's an engine. It's utility aspect that makes combo decks broken. That's the whole point of this video. That's the whole point. I want to showcase the Brave stuff because Braves make combo decks a little bit scarier. Brave makes combo decks scary, and you guys got to be aware that decks like this will exist once the Brave tokens comes out. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, check out more combo videos and deck profiles in the link description box below. If you guys want to further learn this deck, you're seen as the pioneer behind this deck, so make sure you guys check out the deck list down below. Also, guys, it is Black Friday week. Make sure you guys get your Team Samurai X1 mystery boxes, which is only going to be available for this week only for Black Friday. Make sure you guys get it today. My entire website is on sale, so if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get your playmats, get your mystery boxes today. Hit the link down below at tx1.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy Sam from Team Samurai Sam signing out. All right, guys. Peace.